Boo! Did I scare you? Are you scared? No? Well, you will be. Sup Anonymous, it's me, Whisk15, and welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, welcome back to my channel. If you have, my name is Oizek, also known as Caleb, but spelled funny, C-A-Y-L-A. How are you guys doing? Happy spooky season! It is finally spooky season. It is October. Welcome to that. Welcome to what is about to be a series of videos regularly posted 3 times a week throughout the entire month. I'm going to hold myself accountable because it's freaking spooky season. And that's all I care about in this world. Prepare for spooky content this entire month. On stream, on TikTok-ish, and here especially. Speaking of which, I'm not saying that I will be doing spooky makeup in every single YouTube video, but for as many as I can, I'm gonna try to do some spooky vibes. So today, for the first of the spooky videos of the season, we've got some Beetlejuice vibes going on my face, and I love that. We've also got my leather jacket on with all my pins. Yes, I'm obsessed, but we do have some Hocus Pocus pins on the bottom, and we got some Pennywise, It ones. We got some Death Note. We got Deadpool. We got some Melanie Martinez. We got some alien stuff. Yeah. Anyway, if you haven't read the title, we are going to be watching today scary TikToks that the internet suggests that we don't watch alone. Which is why I'm trying to keep the good vibes for the start of the video, because I feel like I'm about to get real scared. Also, I completely didn't listen, completely ignored the whole point. I am literally by myself right now. I am by myself in this room, and I think for right now at least, I am by myself in this house. My one roommate is not here. He's doing work stuff, so he's not here today. My partner just went on a work trip. He's gonna be gone for over a week. And I'm not sure, I couldn't be positive, but I think the other person I live with may have stepped out for a minute. So I am by myself right now. So, goody. The only person we have with us is Rodriguez. I'm pretty sure if you've been to my streams and stuff before, we have Rodriguez. We hang out with him every October. He's a good guy, but I don't think he's gonna save me if something scares me. So, I guess I'll just stop stalling and let's just get into it. Alrighty, we've got them pulled up, and just to be full-on spooked out today, we have turned my ring light down, but you know what? For the sake of it, as long as you can see me, we're gonna turn it off. Okay, we're just in the spooky moment. I'm probably gonna regret turning the lights off. But let's just fucking go.
This TikTok on here where they were talking about this whole scenario of would you go upstairs or downstairs. Upstairs is Michael Myers and Chucky, downstairs is Freddy Krueger and Jason, and then there's like apparently some eyes over here. I don't know who that's supposed to be. And I was trying to think about this logically, because in all honesty, this image really terrifies me, and I would hate to be in this scenario where I have to go upstairs or downstairs, but this is what my thoughts are, and you guys tell me what you think. So first of all, I don't like being in basements, period. I feel like that's like a trap, essentially. At least if I can get upstairs, there's possibly like a door or some place to get out. But if I'm like stuck downstairs with Freddy Krueger and Jason, I feel like I have even less of a chance to survive. Now, both Michael and Chucky have both been defeated by children. Michael was defeated by like Jamie, who tried to come out twice in both 4 and 5, and she was like a little girl, and she won. And then Chucky, obviously, and Andy, you know, they went back and forth for a couple movies. So I feel like if a child can take them down and like avoid being killed by them, I, as an adult woman, probably have a little bit of a chance. Also, if this isn't like Rob Zombie's Michael Myers, who terrifies me and who is like 6'5", if this is just like the OG Michael Myers, I don't feel like he's as scary. Like the original Michael Myers in 1978, like Nick Castle Michael Myers, I think he's like 5'6". I met him and he's not like a very big person, like tall wise, so that doesn't scare me as much. But if it's like 2018 Michael Myers or Rob Zombie,
that's fair. But I also want to point out, if a guy in a mask, you don't know who he is, you have no facial features to recognize him by, so even if you could get away, you wouldn't really fully be able to tell somebody like who they were, what they looked like. He doesn't talk, so you wouldn't be able to like give like a voice. All you'd be able to be is like, it's a what seems like broad shoulder build, and he's wearing a mask. Now, because we recognize him as Michael Myers now, we could say, oh, he's wearing a Michael Myers mask. But before, it was just a mask. It was a Kirk from Star Trek mask painted white. That's what originally it was. Or silver or something, but I think it was white. And so basically, it wasn't like a specific mask. It wasn't like something that people would recognize. So you'd just be like, a dude in a mask, and it would be the worst thing that the police wouldn't even really be able to help you, because that's not very specific, especially if he is actually murdering Halloween, because everybody's wearing costumes. Also, she's like, they're scarier when they're 6 foot something, which is fair. They are. But if a man in a mask whom I didn't know broke into my house and is coming at me with a knife, I'm not going to be thinking about how fucking tall they are or how big they are. All I know is some stranger came into my house and is trying to kill me. That's terrifying within itself. I'm not going to be paying attention to how tall they were. So I don't think the size of him is going to change whether or not I'm scared of him.
Michael Myers, that would be a little bit scary. And then Chucky, like I said before, he's small. I think I could deal with him. Jason, on the other hand, he's superhuman.
Fair.
And so is Freddy, so I don't want to deal with them.
I mean, to be fair, yeah.
Upstairs. That's my thought process. That was really long-winded. But yeah, let me know what you guys think.
I don't think the height has anything to do with it, though.
It's a simple question that we've seen before. Would you go upstairs or downstairs to get out?
Okay.
Let's go over our choices real quick. Now, upstairs has Michael Myers and, of course, Chucky. Realistically, I don't know if I could make it past Michael Myers, but I definitely could grab Chucky and just throw him down the stairs. When it comes to the bottom, we have Jason and, of course, Freddy Krueger. I feel like I could literally just push Jason out of the way. Freddy can't touch me if I'm not asleep, right? So it's kind of pointless. He's there. Now, I think I'm going to go with the bottom. You know, I'm going to go forward instead of up. But if you actually look at this picture very closely, you'll see that there's some eyes underneath the stairs. So I'm not sure which way I want to go anymore.
Because there's an extra person. I think that you could maybe... I was going to say, maybe you could read... like, you might be able to stay away from Freddy as long as you don't fall asleep. Possibly. If you can keep yourself, like, awake, then maybe, yes, he can't touch you. However, he is superhuman in that aspect, and if you are asleep, you're kind of fucked. And Jason, I don't think you could just push Jason out of the way. Like, I don't think that's how Jason works. But yes, also, if there's an extra person on there, I don't fucking know.
No, baby, it's time to sleep. Mommy, can you keep the light on? I don't want to sleep now. No, you should go to bed now. Oh my god, what was that? I don't even have kids. Why is it in our bed? Mommy, didn't I say to keep the light on? Fuck this.
Jesus, that's gross. That looks like a spider. I don't like that. Am I gonna get demonetized for this? At least they're blurring out some faces and stuff. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. I don't think I remember seeing anything because I wasn't paying
heard of
attention.
a
So
truck
woo!
driving story. If you pick up a hitchhiker, oh no, who was it? My cousin. He told me a story. He said he picked up some random hitchhiker dude, and then like when he got in the car, because he had the cross on his rearview mirror, he said when he sat down, he started like kind of like cringing. He was like, "Can you take that down, please?"
Oh yeah, he picked up a demon. That wasn't no fucking ghost. That's
I mean, to be fair, they could have just had religious trauma. But sure. Okay. Uh. Well, wash your fucking hands. Why would that even be on there?
So whatever happened to Jeffrey
Ew.
Dahmer's
Oh,
apartment
God.
in Oxford Apartments?
Am I gonna get
If you don't
demonetized?
remember,
Oh my
this is where
god.
Jeffrey Dahmer was eventually caught, and this is where they found all of the gruesome discoveries associated with Jeffrey
Oh my
Dahmer.
god.
It's absolutely eerie to look at photos of his apartment and consider what they found in there. But what
Jesus
happened
Christ.
to the building, the Oxford Apartments building? Well, obviously, after investigators discovered what they did in Jeffrey's apartment, the place was stained forever. And so shortly after all this happened, the apartments, the entire complex, they were demolished. And nowadays, all that's left is this patch of grass where the apartments once stood. It's got to be eerie living in one of these units and knowing exactly what happened right here. I actually went
Yeah.
through the whole Jeffrey Dahmer documentary where we visited the old Oxford Apartments area and investigated for paranormal activity. Let me tell you, that place is loaded with energy.
Well,
At
yeah,
one point,
wouldn't it?
Using our devices, we captured what looked like bodies laying on the ground, like 3 or 4 of them. And I think at one point,
Jesus.
using one of our devices, we literally heard the voice of Jeffrey Dahmer coming through. I'm not kidding. I know that sounds really extreme, but you have to listen to the video and just see what I'm talking about. Anyways, it's
I
called
know
The
that
Ghost of
he's
Jeffrey
probably,
Dahmer if
like,
you want to look it up and learn more about the Jeffrey Dahmer story. And my wife and I actually did a
Advertising,
whole
but,
Dahmer
like-
series on our podcast, Murder in America, if you want to listen to what I'm talking about.
Okay, so he was hella advertising, but I honestly might look at that. Cause here's the thing, like, I wouldn't want to live there. Like, I wouldn't want to live literally anywhere that I knew murder and a serial killer and fucked up shit happened. And I know that that's difficult because, unfortunately, a lot of places in history have a lot of dark history in them, and so to completely be able to stay out of them is probably unrealistic. But it's like, if it's at least my own home, if I can help that, like, if I were to buy a house, if I were to buy an apartment, like, rent an apartment, if I can, I would try really hard to, like, know that information. And I definitely wouldn't go out of my way, at least, to live in the place that Jeffrey Dahmer built up bodies. And if it, like, murdered people, like, if I managed to not know what those apartment buildings were and I lived in that area and I accidentally moved in, but then everybody is talking about how I live in the Jeffrey Dahmer apartments and I looked it up and I was like, oh fuck, yes I do, I'd immediately, as quick as I possibly could, be the fucking out of there. I would literally be like, sorry, I can't be in this fucking building anymore. I'm gonna go find somewhere else to live. I would see if I could stay with a friend until, like, my lease is up and just occasionally, like, and, like, get somebody else to help me leave. Like, move my stuff. Like, I would not be staying there because obviously places where people were murdered, and you know that for sure, obviously they're gonna have a lot of effed up history. And I'm not saying that that building is solely probably to do with Jeffrey Dahmer. There might be some other history that apartment building might have. But obviously that's a significant part of that, and I would imagine that that would have a lot of paranormal activity, and even if you weren't in that exact apartment that it happened, your apartment might still get haunted just because you're really close to all of that energy and sorrow and trauma. And it's like, I feel bad for the spirits that might be stuck there, but also I would not want to live there. And I think that's fair. But, yeah, nope. That's a nope for me.
Let's talk about one of the most disturbing final bosses in video game history. God from Silent Hill 3. The objective of the antagonist in Silent Hill 3 is to birth the new God that Heather Mason is carrying inside of her. In fact, every time you die in the game, the demon behind me named Valtiel revives Heather. They want this new god to be born no matter what the cost. By the end of the game, Heather ends up getting rid of the god inside of her. But before she can deal the final blow, the main antagonist, Claudia here, ends up devouring the god right in front of her, trying to complete the ritual. Except the ritual fails big time. The god is born prematurely, misshapen, and only half-formed, which gives Heather the perfect opportunity to finish it off for good. Fun fact, the face that Valtiel gives God is supposed to look like Alessa Gillespie.
I don't know who that is, but interesting. I haven't played any of these Silent Hill games and stuff. Maybe I should do that. I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm scared. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Jeez. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, there's more? Holy shit. Oh my gosh. Why is it moving? Why is it moving? I don't like that. Stop it. I hated that. No. No, no, no. Nope. Nope. No. What? The fuck? What the fuck?
Creepiest home camera of footage PT point.
Eesh. Eesh. Mother and Billy's mother woke up in the middle of the night to a notification on her phone. Her phone is linked to a baby monitor she had set up in her infant daughter's room. So anytime there's enough motion detected, the system would send out a notification. Okay. On this night, upon being alerted, she opened the app expecting to see her daughter awake and walking around her crib. But instead, she saw this. Okay. The man she didn't know was seen on the camera crouched in the room. What the fuck? As she saw this, she dropped her phone and ran to the room to retrieve her daughter. When she got in the room, she didn't see anyone, but wasn't exactly looking. As quickly as she could, she grabbed her daughter from her crib and ran straight out the front door. There, she would call the cops and proceed to stand outside waiting for them. When they arrived, they conducted a complete search of the home, but they didn't find anyone. The intruder was gone. All the mother had for evidence was a still frame she managed to capture. I missed that. All the mother had for evidence was the still frame she managed to capture. The man crouched down in the room. People have tried to amplify the images to identify the man, but to no avail. It's too dark. Police still don't know who this man is or how he got in the house. A very odd detail is that it was found that nothing but the remote to a dog shot collar was stolen from the house. Nothing further would occur after their break-in. Who this man is and how he got in the house is still unknown. I mean, she said that that a shot collar remote was stolen, which is kind of weird. But, like, I was gonna say before they said that there was something missing, that was possible missing, that maybe it was a ghost. Like, maybe there was never somebody in her house. Maybe her camera just caught something that her actual eyes couldn't see. Whew. Whew.
Let's talk about the Arcadia tapes. In 2001, in Arcadia County, Ohio, a teen named Calvin Dim went missing on his way home from school. This was really unusual at the time because Calvin was actually a pretty well-accomplished athlete and he was very tall for his age, so whoever did overtake him and abduct him was either a larger person or a group of people. So for like weeks, this investigation goes cold until a VHS tape is mysteriously found at the doorstep of his parents' house. The VHS was compiled of various different clips of unknown people in different masks who were just staring into the camera. But there is one clip in this video that had the words Cal, short for Calvin, edited into the VHS. This was pretty definitive evidence for the police that whoever made this video either knew where Calvin was, where they had him in their possession. Police would end up finding this frame, which showed a person in a black tarp, presumably with their wrists and ankles tied. Investigators believe this could be Calvin, and what's even eerier is they think this was shot in the woods behind his house.
It's really fucked up. I hope they figured out what happened to him.
I need to have you come off the aircraft now.
This is ridiculous. I paid for this seat.
I understand, but you were the last to check in, and we need to make room for a crew transfer.
Well, that's your problem, honey, not mine. I gotta be at work
Okay.
tomorrow.
This voucher will cover your hotel and your next round-trip flight.
Oh, on this airline. Yeah, right. Forget it. I'm not moving.
Sir, if you don't get off the plane now, we're gonna have to call Gregory in to remove you.
Who's Gregory?
Just take the voucher, please.
It's a little bit toddler-esque, but okay. Gee, okay.
Hey man, don't worry, whatever happens, we got your back.
Ooh, spooky.
Hello?
Is this a movie or is this just like a short film? Is it like a demon? Are they gonna murder him to get him off the plane, or what's happening? Ooh, he's got claws. Gregory.
Okay, I'll take the voucher!
Ooh, they're playing with his mind.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I think you're in my seat.
I'm sorry, sir. But you were the last to check in. And it is our policy.
Damn, scary
Another
TikToks.
person that looks identical to you. Run away and hide.
It's gonna be under the bed. I know that it's supposed to be spooky, but I thought the way that it ended was funny. Also, the video's done, so for the sake of spooks, light back on. Let there be light. Let me know if you guys have anything that spooked you out in this video. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're doing good, and yeah. I might not sleep tonight, but we'll see. We'll see. I hope you all have a good night. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.